speak for the people who refuse to be silenced. We are standing here outside of Target asking that they speak out with us and take action against ICE strike raids and attacks on our communities instead of allowing ICE to stage raids in their parking lot. So, not too long ago, we started setting up right towards the front of Target, but of course they asked us to politely move off to the side. And now I just hope that they just like they asked us to move to the side, that they also are watching when ICE comes on their parking lots and is asking their law, right? I believe in a Minnesota that is dignified living for all. We believe that every family, no matter their race, no matter their status, no matter their story, they deserve to live with dignity. We believe that every child deserves to grow up without fear. We believe that every worker deserves to make it a home for the people that they love. And we believe fear has no place in the everyday lives of our neighbors. But lately, we watched a different kind of force moving through the shadows. We watch an administration that uses cruelty as policy. We've watched politicians who treat division like a weapon. And we've watched corporations like Target stay silent while their workers and customers are abducted by masked agents in unmarked vehicles.
Shame.
Target has crossed the line.
Listen!
They are allowing this to happen on their property. And I don't understand why Target would want their customers to experience this type of fear out of any kind of parking lot or any store that they have. Some of us have stopped shopping at Target when the boycott began. Some of us still go because, hey, babies need formula still, right? But all of us know that immigrant workers keep that store alive, and Target turned their backs and allowed their parking lot to become a launching pad for terror. Target says to help all families find joy, that is their mission statement, that is their purpose for everyday life, right? We will not let Target sponsor the thugs attempting to rip the fabric of our community apart. Because when the president came for our Somali brothers and sisters online with racist lies, Minnesota said no. When they tried to weaponize TPS and terrorize families, Minnesota said no. And when they rolled into Lake Street thinking our communities would crumble, Minnesota said no. We know who we are. We know what we stand for. And we know that in Minnesota, we rise together across race, across place, and across stories. Yesterday, the mayor of Minneapolis took an important step. He signed an executive order banning ICE from using public lots and city property to stage operations. That is what responsible leadership looks like. That is what it means to protect the people that you serve. And today, we're calling on Target to follow the city's lead. Today, we are here to look Target square in the eye and say, you cannot have it both ways, Target. You cannot sell joy while hosting fear. You cannot market belonging while providing cover for intimidation. You cannot celebrate our communities on your commercials while letting ICE stalk them in your parking lot. We are calling on Target to make a choice worthy of the people who built it. A choice worthy of the Minnesotans who keep it running. A choice worthy of the state it claims that it loves. We are calling on Target to adopt a clear, public, unwavering policy that says no ICE staging.
That's right.
No intimidation. No surveillance. No fear on Target property. Not on Lake Street, not in Minneapolis, not in Richfield, not in any place in the Target in the state of Minnesota or the country. Because if you are a community store, you must stand with community. If you claim values, then you must honor them. If you say joy for all, then you must protect all. This is the Minnesota that we believe in. A Minnesota where families stand tall and not terrified. A Minnesota where neighbors link arms, not look over their shoulders. A Minnesota where corporations do not bend to cruelty, but rise to courage. Make the commitment, Target. Draw the line. Ban ice from your stores. Ban ice from your parking lots. Stand with Minnesota. Stand with your people. Stand with the community that made you what you are.
Listen.
We are not here to whisper.
Listen.
We are not here to whisper. We are here to demand accountability. Target must ban ice from every Target property. Target must reinvest in the communities that has kept its doors open. Target must follow through on its diversity commitments. And Target must stand with its community, not with this administration. We are here to make sure that they do. I'm from here, Minnesota.
Ban ice! Ban ice! Ban ice! Ban ice! Ban ice! Ban ice! Ban ice!
I just want to share with you that in this moment, as I stand right here, that our community and our state is under attack.
Listen.
What President Trump does not know is that this incredible state around this time of the year is very cold. But what keeps bringing this people to the state and what kept people to the state, I believe, is not just the warm bodies, but the warm hearts that so many people have in this great state. And he could have attacked any other community, but he attacked the Somali American community. But what he does not know, that the Somali American community has been invested in this great state. They have neighbors, friends, colleagues, teachers. We are Minnesotans. And we say to President Trump and to others who come for us, we are our neighbors. We stand with each other, and we will not be divided. We are standing in front of a company, Target, that built its roots right here in Minnesota and shared this great business to the rest of the country. And this same company began to shape itself above all companies to be among the leaders in diversity, equity, and inclusion. But this company has given in to this authoritarian regime and to this president and did something that other companies are not doing, which is to get rid of its diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that is why we started a boycott right here in Minnesota that has put Target on its knees today. Its stocks is down. It is recommended that you should not buy Target stocks. In fact, if you have Target stocks, you probably should sell them now. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a political activist, and I definitely know that our message is working, and people across this country are choosing their neighbors, not the corporations who are choosing the authoritarian government. And so Target has already suffered. But if they now, in this moment, as this president comes for our neighbors, and mostly U.S. citizens, if that is what Target will be known, then Target will expedite its process of being a bankrupt company, because it has shown to us a bankruptcy in their own hearts, those leaders at the top. I want you to know you can buy your shoes somewhere else. I want to let you know that you can buy your diaper somewhere else. I know you want to let you know you can buy your milk somewhere else. Because Target does not own us. And in this moment, it's a question that we are being asked. Who are we?
Yes.
And we respond to them by saying, we are the neighbors, we are the peacekeepers, we are the entrusted people. We are the people when we see our neighbor, we shovel their sidewalk. We see our friends stuck in the snow, we push them out. We are the Minnesotans who say hi and bye, even if we don't want to say it. We smile, we say oops, even though we haven't done anything. We are kind people with warm hearts in a cold place and made it home. This is Minnesota. And in Minnesota, we have incredible people from all over the world who have also come to live here, to breathe here, to exist here, because this land, of all places, belongs to the native people who called it home long before anybody showed up here. And in this moment, we say to Target and other companies, if you choose to allow what we saw, a president calling an entire community garbage, and then targeting U.S. citizens, and hunting them down in their homes, if Target is going to harbor the ICE agents, the masked men who are traveling in our community, then Target has made sure it has chosen the side of darkness. And we know history will teach Target and other companies that darkness does not prevail. Light prevails. Love prevails. Hate fails. And in this moment, I challenge our neighbors. Be courageous. Stand up. Because an entire generation of young people are brave enough to stand up. It is in this moment we ask Minnesotans to show courage, to show love, and a little bit of what we are made of as we head to an important time, a holidays, when we think about our neighbors, when we think about our families, and we come together and we close a chapter of a year and we begin a new year. Who will we be in this moment when we're on the clock? And I choose that this great state and the incredible people here will choose love over hate and their neighbor over ICE.
People watching from home have no idea how freezing cold it is. But we're here because we care.
Yes.
We're here because we understand the importance and power of our shared humanity. And we refuse to allow the person in the White House, who I don't even claim as my president, to tear us apart. It's really disheartening to see that Target Corporation has chosen the side of the oppressor. As one of the 3 co-founders of the Target boycott, which began on February 1st of this year, we saw the handwriting on the wall when Target made its decision to roll back its focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And then what did we discover? That Target had donated $1 million to the Trump-Vance inauguration committee, something they had never done before with any previous presidential campaign. So they have intentionally made a decision to side with the Trump administration. And now, here we are today, demanding accountability from Target for allowing ICE agents to stage here in the Target parking lot. We know the terror that they have caused in our communities, dragging families and even children out of their homes, from their workplaces, from their places of worship, from child care centers, even schools. Just this morning, I received a text message and an email from my child's school in North Minneapolis saying that they had heard reports that ICE was going to be targeting North Minneapolis today. These are families who already go through enough. We don't need our so-called government tearing people apart. It is completely unacceptable. It's unconscionable. It's inhumane, and we will not tolerate it. As a community, we have to continue to stand together. We have to continue to hold Target Corporation and other companies accountable who choose profits over people, who choose tyranny and authoritarianism over justice and equality. So today we are sending Target a message. We are expecting you to step up to the plate and to speak the truth with regard to your actual values. Because if you do not agree with the Trump administration and ICE coming into your parking lot, then send out a statement just as easily as you did in January, claiming that you were going to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that we're talking about, with over 1,900 stores across the country, where people like us and our families have supported them and made them what they are. We're grateful to the founders of Target, which was the Dayton family. Two of the daughters wrote an op-ed in the LA Times saying that they do not agree with Target's actions and calling them to align with the values that caused Target to come forward as a company in the first place. So we're grateful for the Dayton family for upholding Minnesota's values. But we're disappointed in Target's executive leadership, in their board, in their shareholders, for perpetuating hate, authoritarianism, and attacks on some of the most vulnerable people of our community. So Target, it's time that you take a stand, or you will continue to become a target of this nationwide boycott. Power to the people.
No. No. Louder.
Hello, I'm Kathy Quick, and I'm a leader with Unidos in Minnesota. We are here to call on our city mayors, city council members, police chiefs, and government leaders to protect all of us. We are here to insist that we maintain a hard line of separation between local police and ICE actions. We are here to invite all residents to actively stand up to protect everyone's rights and dignity. ICE is being sent into our communities under the guise of protecting our communities from dangerous criminals, but they are not protecting us.
Louder.
They're ripping our families apart. They're removing contributing members of our society from our neighborhoods, schools, places of worship, and places of work. In this country, everyone has a right to due process when they're accused of doing something wrong, and ICE is violating that. The so-called safety issues that ICE is working on are not the safety issues that we actually care about. ICE is the threat to our safety. We know it, and they know it too. This is a deliberate campaign of terror that is meant to keep people frightened. It is also meant deliberately to incite us into a confrontation that provides a spectacle and a pretext that the Trump administration is looking for to paint our cities as hotbeds of crime and to paint us as a state on the brink of civil unrest and riots. We know that they're doing this so they can justify sending in mass ICE agents to kidnap people from their homes and places of work and streets, so that they can overreach rightful restraints on federal power and force their way into our cities, as we've seen with National Guard being sent into other cities, and as we're seeing with ICE activities in the Twin Cities right now. But we here are not that cruel, and we are also not that stupid. We know that we can no longer wait it out to see what will happen or keep our heads down so that our cities won't become a target. We are a target. It is too late to avoid trouble. The trouble is here. So we call on our city leaders to provide the actual safety and protection that we crave. We thank Mayor Fry for issuing the executive order yesterday to prohibit federal, state, and local agencies from using city-owned properties to stage civil immigration enforcement operations, and for supporting private property owners to do the same. Target, you have the option. Thank you also, Chief O'Hara, for expressing your support as well. Those are steps in a good direction, and St. Paul should do the same, particularly in the wake of last week's enforcement action where ICE staged equipment on city property and police used chemical weapons against illegal observers. This is not actually public safety. We need bold leadership from our local elected leaders along with our senior leaders of police. Both cities need to strengthen our separation ordinances to do three things. We need to prevent city police from cooperating with federal law enforcement except for judicial warrants. We need to prevent federal authorities from using city resources or property for immigration enforcement actions. And we need to prevent local police from employing crowd control in coordination with federal law enforcement. This is to protect our communities. It is not in anyone's interest to have local police involved in civil immigration enforcement. Mutual safety of community members and police officers comes from mutual trust between the two, and this is not helping. This is also about maintaining the integrity and rights of our cities to self-determination and self-governance without federal overreach. So we're calling on everyone to actively stand up to protect everyone's rights and dignity, and call on your elected officials to do the same. Minneapolis folks, help pass a stronger separation ordinance. These issues are coming up for a vote in City Council next week. Tell Mayor Fry, tell your council members that you want a separation ordinance with those elements. It is particularly important if your council member is Councilmember Palmisano, Vita, Rainville, Jenkins, Osman, or Kolsky. Call them. St. Paul folks, call Mayor Carter, call Chief Henry, call your council members and say it's time not only for a strengthened ordinance, but for a thorough investigation into the violations that seem to have occurred to the existing ordinance last week.
¡Sí se puede!
Sí se puede.
¡Sí se puede!
Sí se puede.
¡Sí se puede!
Sí se puede.
We'll leave time now for questions.
So this target right here was burnt down during the after George Floyd's murder. And you see like decals of like diverse faces. And then on the other end, you see policies that like this, like allowing ICE on property. Was there any point in time where you sensed that there was a turn away from the promises that were made to make this specific location a more diverse, equity-friendly workplace?
I think if anything, Target has shown that it's a two-faced corporation. Because if you think about what happened in 2020 after the murder of George Floyd, people were running into Target trying to get milk as law enforcement was spraying us with chemical weapons. And they were trying to get milk to stop the burning on people's eyes and skin. And Target locked the doors and would not let people in, right, during that time. So that was in 2020. Then in 2021 is when Target made a $2.1 billion pledge focused on black shoppers, black employees, their black supply chain, you know, and all those things. And they positioned themselves as a national leader, garnering more loyalty from communities of color and allies. So they have two faces as far as we're concerned, because not even, you know, Donald Trump being in office for less than a week, did they submit a statement saying that they were going to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion. So they're a two-faced company, but they need to stand with Minnesota. That's why they're here, because of Minnesotans, right? And people around the nation who supported them.
It's crazy to see local designers like Houston White all over the news, all over the commercials, all of last year still. We still had, if you go into the men's shopping, the men's section in Target, you would see Houston White, who's a local designer here, and all of a sudden, when you roll back, that is just another way that they just took away what they were already putting all over the media, all over the press, that they were backing community, that they were backing local designers, and to roll all of that back, I mean, they made commitments and just took it all away. That ain't right.
What do you think about the individuals that being targeted? What do they do if they do snatched up and what have they? And also, what do their families do to support them?
Right now, the best thing that community could do is continue to look out for one another, because what we've learned is that when individuals are being snatched up, when people are being disappeared, we only have each other. We only have community, neighbors that are protecting neighbors, neighbors that are standing up against the cruelty of an administration that is choosing to target people that are they say that they're targeting criminals, but what's happening and what we're seeing is that they're rounding up anyone and everyone. They're choosing to go out into these streets and use fear and stroke fear into people, not only now Latinos, as we've seen in the past couple of months, but now a targeted, direct attack to the Somali community on Facebook, on Twitter, and making it publicly known. I mean, calling people out, calling elected officials out. What kind of world do we live in that a president is calling people out like this? It's not right.